I got punched in the face for giving someone a compliment. Let me explain. It was just a regular Tuesday. I was out running errands, minding my business, feeling pretty good about my outfit, honestly. Cute little graphic tee, very specific design, not exactly something you see every day. And then I spotted her. A girl across the store, same shirt, exact same one, same color, same print, everything. And I don't know, something about that just made me light up inside. Like, hey, we have the same taste. That's a fun little moment, right? So I walked over, big smile on my face, pointed at her shirt, then pointed at mine and said something like, "Oh my God, we're matching." Just pure, genuine excitement. No sarcasm, no attitude, nothing. And before I could even finish the sentence, she wound up and punched me. Straight in the face. Not a shove, not a dirty look, a punch. I stood there completely frozen, holding my cheek, genuinely confused about what just happened. Like, I have never in my life thought that was something that could get you hit. Apparently, for some people, wearing the same shirt as someone else is a personal attack. I still don't fully understand it. The shirt wasn't even that unique. So I need to know, am I missing something, or was that completely unhinged? I have never felt more humiliated in my entire adult life. And trust me, I've had some bad moments. But this one takes the cake. I was just minding my business, normal day, normal place, when this guy walks up to me out of nowhere. And he just starts firing questions, one after another. Who are you? Where are you from? Do you live around here? The energy was off immediately. Something about him made every alarm in my body go off at once. And I froze. Complete blank. My brain just stopped working. I couldn't think of a single excuse. Couldn't fake a phone call. Couldn't pretend I suddenly remembered somewhere to be. Nothing. So instead, my body just took over. I literally turned around, broke into a full sprint, and screamed at the top of my lungs. Stranger danger. In public. In front of everyone. Like I was 6 years old on a school safety video. I am 21 years old. A grown adult. And I just yelled stranger danger and ran away from a man like my life depended on it. People stared. Obviously. I did not look back. I just kept running. Honestly, would I do it again? Probably yes. But still, what is wrong with me? Have you ever completely panicked in public and done something you can't explain? Tell me I'm not alone. We've been together for over a year. Over a year of dates, of late nights, of me meeting his friends, his family, his whole world. And yet, if you scroll through his Instagram right now, I don't exist. Not a single photo. Not a single mention. Nothing. His dogs? Posted. His car? Posted. His gym selfies, his beer nights with the boys, the score of every single game his team plays. All of it. Out there for the world to see. But me? Crickets. So one day I finally asked him, point blank, why am I not on your page? And he looked me dead in the eyes and said, completely calm, completely unbothered, I just like to keep my relationship private. Private. That word hit me like a slap. Because this man will post a blurry photo of a taco he ate on a Tuesday, but I'm supposed to be some kind of secret? I sat with that for a long time. And the more I thought about it, the more one question kept eating at me. The kind of question you don't really want to know the answer to. Who exactly is he hiding me from? Because there's private, and then there's invisible. And I was starting to figure out which one I actually was. So tell me, would you have stayed? The smell hit me the second I walked into the kitchen. Something was off. Not burnt, not bad exactly, just wrong. My boyfriend had cooked dinner. Sweet, right? Except he was standing there looking proud of himself, and I had this terrible feeling crawling up my spine. I asked him what oil he used. He pointed to a bottle under the sink. Rinse-aid. Dishwasher rinse-aid. Not olive oil. Not vegetable oil. The stuff you put in a machine to make plates shiny. He had cooked an entire meal in it. For me. For himself. And I had already eaten some of it. Here's the part that made my stomach drop completely. I'm breastfeeding. Our baby is 5 months old. Whatever goes into my body goes into my milk. Into her. I didn't even finish the sentence out loud before I grabbed the car keys. We drove straight to the ER. All three of us. Me, my boyfriend, who still couldn't fully process what he'd done, and our 5-month-old daughter in her car seat. They had to run blood tests on the baby because of cooking oil that wasn't cooking oil. Everything came back okay. We were lucky. But I keep asking myself, how do you mistake a bright blue bottle of rinse aid for cooking oil? Would you have stayed calm? Because I absolutely did not. I need to tell you about the single most mortifying moment of my entire adult life. And I mean that with every fiber of my being. So I've been putting off going to the doctor for a while. You know how it is. You notice something wrong. You hope it just goes away. You pretend everything's fine. But eventually I had no choice. There was blood where there should not be blood. So I booked the appointment, told myself it was no big deal, just a quick checkup, totally routine. I walk into that office ready to get it over with. And then he walks in. The doctor. Young. Immaculately dressed. Jaw-dropping handsome. Like unfairly, unreasonably good-looking. The kind of person you'd want to meet literally anywhere else on earth. I felt the heat rise in my face immediately. Because I already knew what kind of exam this was going to be. He was so calm. So professional. So genuinely kind about the whole thing. Explaining every step. Making sure I was comfortable. Which somehow made it 10 times worse. Because at the end of the day, no amount of charm or professionalism changes what happened in that room. I drove home in complete silence, staring straight ahead, replaying everything. I'm still not okay. Tell me I'm not the only one who's had a doctor situation go completely sideways. Drop it in the comments. First dates are already nerve-wracking enough. But I managed to make mine an absolute disaster within the first 5 minutes. And the worst part? I did it with a laugh. We just pulled into the parking lot. The guy, let's call him Jake, seemed sweet, a little quiet, but genuinely cute. Good vibes. I was actually feeling hopeful for once. Then he reached into his truck door, pulled out this tiny little black zippered pouch, and something about it just set me off. I don't even know why. It looked so out of place. So random. I burst out laughing, like couldn't catch my breath laughing. And I said, out loud, with full confidence, "Wait, is that your little change purse?" Dead silence. He looked at me, and I swear the temperature in that truck dropped 10 degrees. His expression shifted from confused to something way worse. Hurt. He said quietly, "No, I'm diabetic. That's my blood sugar monitor. I have to check it before I eat." The laugh died in my throat. Instantly. I wanted to dissolve into the seat and never exist again. He was literally managing a medical condition, and I had just mocked him for it. I apologized repeatedly, desperately, and he was gracious about it. But the damage was done. The date continued, but it was never fully the same after that. So tell me, have you ever said something stupid and wished you could rewind time?